rumah kita orang ada family home kan kat Lostar tu pakai je lah benda tu tapi still same thing panas juga rasa.
Not really helpful kan?
Pasal aircon je lah.
Betul? Right. So apa yang kita observe kat sini kita akan tengok air speed, kelajuan udara if the air is moving at approximately or less than 0.1 meter per second, kita akan rasa dia stay lah, kita rasa macam udara tak berjalan. Angin tu diam sangat kan. Greater than 0.2 kita akan perceive as drafty, kita rasa angin tu bergerak. If it's 0 to 0.2 to 0.5 ya dia akan rasa sejuk lah. It will aid in body cooling.
But using fan also helps to ventilate the
True.
air, right?
Using fan. But we can observe, usually ini kita cakap pasal rumah lah, sebab biasa orang nampak benda ni dekat rumah kan. We rarely observe this within industrial complex. Bila kita dalam rumah pun, some houses dia tak sama draft moving sometimes from window to the door, sometimes ada rumah yang door to window depending on where your house is at, the air movement at that point in time dan sebagainya kan. So if you're using a fan, would be worthwhile to actually consider lah how the air is moving inside your building. Alright, so kita tengok vibration. Dah nak habis ke? Oh, lagi sikit. Oh, banyak lagi. Okay.
15 minit kan?
So vibration ni ialah juga kata motion that repeats itself. So repetitive movement, vibration lah. Biasa kita observe dalam equipment yang kita gunakan. Contohnya apa-apa alat yang ada pergerakan yang berulang, dia ada pakai chain ke, dia ada motor, dia akan ada some sort of vibration. Alright. So ada condition yang kita observe dalam penggunaan equipment ni tadi. Pertama ialah hand arm vibration. So ataupun HAV. HAV is caused by regular exposure to vibrating and percussive tools. Itu yang HAV. Tapi bila dia jadi teruk, dia jadi bermasalah, dan kita refer dia sebagai HAVS, hand arm vibration syndrome. Itu HAVS lah. So HAVS refers to damage to muscles, joint and circulation caused by HAV. Jadi kalau kata orang tu dia bekerja menggunakan katalah power tools, dan power tools tersebut ada vibration. Contohnya macam jackhammers kan. You pakai jackhammer, you terdedah kepada HAV. Tapi you pakai jackhammer sampai menimbulkan kecederaan kepada you, then dia become HAVS lah, hand arm vibration syndrome. And then yang ni whole body vibration ialah you ada vibration kepada keseluruhan badan. Nak senang faham, biasanya kita akan dapat WBV ni bila kita operate machinery. Contohnya kita duduk dalam jentolak ke, kita duduk dekat dalam traktor ke. Actually you sit in car pun, you actually exposed to whole body vibration. Cumanya sitting kereta tu is already ada suspension, dah ada absorber, kursi dia lebih comfy, cushion kan. So a lot of those vibration is already taken out from you. Kalau macam machinery, dia bukan buat untuk comfort, dia buat untuk function. So you experience a lot of the vibration in the machine. So juga akan ada WBV lah. Okay. Right. Ini ada satu benda lagi yang kadang-kadang orang kena, vibration white finger, where you have damage to circulation bila you ada regular contact with vibrating tools. Ini macam ni.
Memang dia akan jadi white.
Dia akan white, dia akan jadi white macam ni.
Sebab darah tak mengalir.
Dia akan impact blood flow lah. Dia akan impact blood flow. Alright. So apa symptoms dia? You can feel tingling and sensation and numbness and whiteness on part of the finger macam ni kan. Okay. Tingling and numbness tu disebabkan reduced blood flow tadilah. Is secondary to that lah. Okay. With continued exposure to vibration, dia akan ada lagi severe. You lose your sense of touch, and then it can also become painful, red and throbbing when circulation returns. So kalau macam saja, bila dah impact, you feel numb, but the blood starts coming back macam biasalah. The first signal is going to be pain. Alright. So they can also cause this permanent loss of feeling, numbness and tingling in the hand. Okay. So tapi setakat ni kita tak adalah setakat it's a very specialized line of work. You need to actually work with power tools yang ada a lot of vibrations in it kan. Dan biasanya kadang-kadang masalahnya orang yang terdedah tu pun tak tahu dia at risk. Kan. Inilah. So dia tambahan daripada tadi lah, when you have prolonged exposure can lead to pain and time off work, permanent disability, damage to nerves. Okay. Drivers who are exposed to long term vibration WBV kan boleh dapat chronic back pain.
Oh.
Yes. Sebab you are essentially sitting on it kan. So the part of your body that is most exposed to it is your spine lah.
Faham? Walaupun katalah yalah tadi finger whatever is kan. Walaupun itu pun kalau kata severe dia akan hit.
Oh no. Yang ini WBV, yang tadi tu HAV. Yang tadi dia pakai tangan kan. Yang ini bila you operate whole body vibration, WBV, whole body vibration. Bukan. You duduk di dalam jentolak lama sangat kan, duduk kerja tu, lama kelamaan boleh dapat sakit belakang. Bukan. Yes, sitting for long periods of time may be one of the reason, but another reason is because you are being exposed to that vibration from the vibrating vehicle. Okay. So ada several factors lah yang akan there are several factors that can contribute to this. So how bad is the vibration tu? Obviously, how long the equipment is used for? Adakah kita gunakan dia non-stop 8 jam? Contoh orang bawa lori kan, lori lama especially kan, dia pakai they are exposed for longer periods of time, it could be more damaging to them. How tightly the equipment is gripped, tadi effect juga. Contoh macam kalau myself, saya bawa motosikal, so dulu saya bawa motosikal, kita pegang kuat-kuat, and after some time kita rasa kebas, our natural reaction to it is just to loosen up a bit kan, and then it becomes a practice lah. So if you grip too tightly, not just macam ni kalau machinery, and the effect is worsen. Kan you reduce the amount of grip, dia akan kurang lah effect dia. Okay. How awkward is the equipment is to use. So macam pak cik tadi yang betulkan lampu tadi kan, kalau kita bagi dia power, kita bagi dia screwdriver kan. Screwdriver ini natural position of the hand, kemudian dia kena macam tu pula kan. So if the position is more awkward, biasanya effect dia akan lebih teruk. But it's going to affect how you handle the equipment as well, and at the same time how cold and wet when the equipment is used. So ini je lah, dia ada orang kata certain things that we can consider when we are working with vibrating tools atau kita gunakan vehicles. Alright. So niat macam common sense je, dia macam senang je. Selecting lower vibration tools and equipment. Usually if that is possible, kan kita nak replace the offending tool lah. So kalau tak boleh, kita kenalah alter process and minimize exposure. So macam mana kita nak alter process, kita nak minimize exposure tu tadi, kita boleh bagi masa. We can create a schedule to actually refer to when we are using tools that has a lot of vibration ataupun machineries that has vibration. Okay, and we can also provide methods and information of using the tool to be adopted or avoided to reduce vibration level. Ni macam do's and don'ts lah. Macam certain equipments ada cara yang kita boleh gunakan dia untuk mengurangkan kadar gegaran yang kita alami. And then you have to make sure operators are not gripping the tool too tightly, and making sure that machines are properly maintained. So kadang-kadang satu isunya juga ialah alat tu memang dah bergegar dah, lepas tu tak maintain pula kan, tak pernah maintain. Tu satu hal lagi.
Proper training tu perlu kan?
Ya betul kan. So kadang ada orang ada contoh certain equipment jackhammers, dia suka apa tau, dia lock dia punya elbow. Dia jackhammer tu kan, dia lock elbow dia. Sebab dia rasa macam dia nak tekan kan, but that's actually not good. Sebabnya you are actually you're introducing a lot more vibration to your body. Kan biasa orang pakai jackhammer, ada gambar rasa jackhammer tadi mana? Ni kan, dia lock macam ni, tak boleh sebenarnya. Dia sebabnya dia ada a bit bend on the elbows. Sebab bila dia buat macam ni, dia introduce a lot of vibration in the body. Dia punya machinery dia kena bengkok lah. Sikun dia kena bengkok sebab mesin ni sendiri dia dah memang vibrating supaya dia boleh pecahkan jalan tu. It doesn't require you to actually provide extra pun. Tapi dia lock elbow dia macam tu supaya dia boleh tekan lagi ke bawah kan. tak tahulah apa dia nak buat, mungkin pada dia nak cepat siap ke tak tahulah.
Back to training lah kot kan?
Yes, then it goes back to training lah, making sure that the employee knows how to use the equipments properly. Okay. Alright. Okay, this one, kalau ada whole body vibration dalam kenderaan pun sama juga tadi, maintenance, making sure that you have dekat tayar kan, dulu tak ada.
Okay.
So dulu spring tu bawah seat kita je. Bawah seat. Yes. Itu macam tu lah, lebih kurang suspension seats. Alright. Making sure that vehicles are well maintained. So kalau ada, again, if you have back pain, discomfort, kita report awal lah, so that our employers know of the issues. Okay.